Picture this, your country's soul-stirring national anthem, a symbol of pride and heritage, transformed into a cringe-worthy spectacle by a foreign performer. That's the uproar gripping South African rugby enthusiasts following Italy's botched rendition of Nkosi Sikelel' iAfrika before the Springboks showdown in Turin. And trust me, it's got fans in a frenzy. But here's where it gets controversial, sparking debates about cultural respect and sporting etiquette that you won't want to miss. South African supporters have unleashed a torrent of criticism over the performance of Nkosi Sikelel' iAfrika. For those new to this, it's South Africa's official anthem, a powerful hymn blending isiXhosa, isiZulu and Sesotho languages that symbolizes hope and unity since its roots in the early 20th century, which preceded the Springboks match against Italy at Juventus Stadium. Despite head coach Rassie Erasmus's squad clinching another commanding win, even after an early red card to lock Franco Mostert in a heated tackle dispute, the event felt far from triumphant. As is customary in international rugby, the proceedings began with the playing of each team's national song, starting with the visiting side. Unfortunately, the Italian opera singer entrusted with South Africa's anthem delivered a performance that South African fans lambasted as utterly abysmal. Was this the worst ever? The backlash on the social media platform X, once known as Twitter, was nothing short of savage. So severe, in fact, that many declared it surpassed the notorious 2009 mishap by reggae artist Ras Dumisani, who famously butchered the anthem before a Springboks game against France. Back then, Guardian journalist David Smith described how Ras Dumisani mauled, mutilated and murdered the tune in an outrageously off-key display. Yet, according to the online crowd, Saturday's version in Turin topped that for sheer awfulness. One user, at Scrumming10, quipped, "That eclipsed the worst rendition of our national anthem since Ras Dumisani. Even an irate farmer from the Orange Free State could have nailed it better." Another, at Gavin Maybe, chimed in, "Ras Dumisani's finally been knocked off his pedestal as the all-time worst anthem performer." And this is the part most people miss. These reactions aren't just about bad singing. They touch on deeper questions of how global events should honour diverse cultures without mishandling symbols that resonate so deeply. The embedded tweet from SuperSport Rugby captures the moment vividly. Nkosi Sikelel' iAfrika echoes through Turin for the first time. Tune in to #QuilterNS on DSTV. https://FRIG. pic.twitter.com/FSRIG to Twitter feature piled by African Chef ZA. Piled on, saying, "This marks the second week Northern Hemisphere hosts have mangled our anthem, and today's was even more brutal." They should have just stuck to the instrumental version sans vocals. Matt Moore proposed a practical fix. Given the Springboks' booming commercial success, couldn't Saru arrange for a dedicated anthem performer to travel with the team? All those sponsors who backed Mama Joy's initiative could chip in to prevent this recurring embarrassment and ensure our anthem gets the respect it deserves. SuperSport commentator Brandon Portnoy added his 2 cents with a pained, "Ouch." "My ears are still ringing from that South African anthem in Turin." The outcry didn't stop there. Dear heavens, that vocalist completely slaughtered the South African anthem. "It was like taking it out and putting it down for good," lamented one supporter. Cape Verde drew a sharp contrast. The Italians bring in Pavarotti-level talent for theirs, and what do we get in return? Whatever that disaster was. But here's the controversial twist. Is this fair game? Or does it undermine the spirit of international competition? Some argue it's just an innocent blunder, a spotlight on the challenges of performing unfamiliar songs. Others see it as a lack of preparation, or even disrespect towards South Africa's rich cultural tapestry. Meanwhile, The match itself raised eyebrows with officiating woes, as Rassie Erasmus vented frustration over what he perceives as unequal treatment of headshots, leading to yet another red card for the Boks. A topic explored in related coverage like fuming Rassie Erasmus hits out at not equal officiating of headshots after second successive Springboks red card. And for more on the game, check out Italy v Springboks, 5 takeaways as Rassie Erasmus. Brutal calls and Bomb Squad saves Boks blushes after the harshest of red cards. In the end, this isn't just about a sour note. It's a reminder of how sports can amplify cultural sensitivities. Do you side with the fans demanding better effort from hosts? Or do you think these mishaps are par for the course in global rugby? Should teams like the Springboks invest in their own anthem singers to avoid such fiascos? Or is that overkill? Share your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear your take on whether this sparks real change or just fuels the usual banter.